Welcome back to Video Waste Double Feature.
So, let's start. What is the superior movie for you? Let's just go right there.
All right, superior out of these two, Freddy versus Jason.
I agree.
Freddy versus Jason has more... The characters... Okay, when you go see these movies, Alien versus Predator, Freddy versus Jason, the Freddy and Jason character have more of a plot in the story other than because.
Mm-hmm.
They have more to do with each other, and one helps the other until he realizes he's not helping me, he's just doing stuff in between to, you know, to help himself. So
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with Freddy vs. Jason is a superior movie, and I like that they are working the puppet strings. Well, Freddy is.
Freddy thinks that he can control Jason. Turns out Jason isn't controlled by anything.
Well, his mom.
Well, yeah.
That's the only reason it worked in the first place.
But the idea where the mother just wanted him to kill, and when he started doing that, he's like, oh shit, he's killing everything.
Yeah.
Because that's what Jason fucking does.
Right. Okay, so that's our wrap up. That's our conclusion.
Okay.
I don't.
What? Okay. Yes, this is going to be more heavily Freddy Jason, but okay. So you have the victims. You have the victims on the alien side. You have the victims on
Freddy versus Jason.
Freddy versus Jason side. Okay. Which victims were more important to the story? Okay.
Very easily Freddy vs. Jason.
Yes, I'll give
now,
that. There are a little bit.
I can see how the victims for Predator versus Alien are important to the story because they're the ones that set off the signal. They're the ones that, like, you know, get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
But you learn these characters. You almost feel bad for Will and Mark. Like, you know, you're a little bit more attached, even as bad as some of the acting may be in Freddy vs. Jason, you're more attached to these characters. And I think that makes that easily the...
Yeah, I have the same feeling where the characters in Alien vs. Predator, they have kind of more to do. There's a lot of filler.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of filler with them, but they have more to do with getting those characters there.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason versus Freddy just sicks Jason on this town, which makes the kids remember Freddy and stuff.
Right.
So they don't have anything really to do with bringing Freddy or Jason there, but, you know, they need to be there, basically.
Yeah.
So, I would go 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah.
Yeah, just one, because the acting I will give a 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
You know? The story of them is a 50-50, but I remember more of the victims over on the Freddy versus Jason side than I do on the Alien versus Predator side. I could give a shit less about those people.
Yeah.
Don't remember their names almost, you know?
I do have a question, though. How many Vicodin do you think Shawn Michaels has in his system right now?
32.
Yeah, probably.
32. And you know why? Because when he starts kicking, that's the go home.
Yeah.
That's how I've always heard it. And it's not via Somas. He was a Soma head. Him and because Nash is out there with him.
Yeah.
Because he's the IC champion. And I think this is
the blue pants era. I remember that.
This is for the gold. So Diesel's champ, or Nash's champ. Sean is enter, and Bulldog and Zuna are tag team.
Nobody's. All right. So, all right. I don't really know what else there is to say about these two movies. Like a comparison.
Let's go to violence.
Okay, definitely, easily the more gory would be Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah,
the more fun violence. I mean, dude, what the hell? Jason got his ass fucking beat down in this goddamn movie.
Yeah, still won though.
Okay, nobody won.
He still won.
Nobody won. But nobody won. I will cut.
Jason.
Oh, you turned him down, you son of a bitch. People are going to wonder what I'm doing in the video because there's going to be no audio. Oh, no, wait, there will be.
Yeah, they'll come from here. But, okay. Jason got his fingers cut off. Freddy got his body cut off. Jesus.
No, they're both still alive. Nobody wins when you're both still alive. And there's no reason to think that Jason couldn't find or Freddy couldn't find his way back into the dream world somehow and reattach himself.
We're just doing that meme and stuff that I see all the time where it's like, Jason won, no, Freddy won and stuff. He cut his body off. He winked at the end of the movie. Yeah. You know.
But yeah, the blood and the gore in Freddy vs. Jason was good.
Yeah.
Predator vs. Alien had a couple good things. I cannot get over the fact that they made Predator seem like an R word, dude. It just really bothered me. It really, really bothered me. Like, I loved that character so much. And he's like, and then he like breaks the tail on the alien and like dumps it on the ground and it like eats through and then he's like, this bad. And then he like dumps it on the head. Yeah, he's
showing the girl that.
He dumps it on the head and he's like,
yeah, that.
And then he turns and he like throws his wrist bomb in and he goes,
yeah.
Like, don't you spirit fingers at me, motherfucker.
Yeah, he was trying to teach her. He was trying to show her, like, he you know, he's like, I'm a superior creature in the universe. You don't understand. So I'm going to pantomime fucking everything.
Look, Psycho Gorman came to this earth and said, primitive language from derp.
Yeah.
I'll use this language. Predator should have done that. And he had already talked in another movie.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's after he learned the language and stuff.
This is after he learned the language.
True.
This movie, like, is after. I just, fuck you, Alien vs. Predator. Yeah. Fuck you. Like, whoever directed you, not a fan.
No.
Because, one, he can talk. You didn't make him need to fucking mime everything to this girl.
No.
Two, like, you made him look. I hated the masks.
Yes.
The original Predator mask was fine. You should have just had him with that one. He didn't need a metal mask. Just like Jason didn't need a metal mask. Like,
well, it was, you know, they always had that type of mask, but the prosthetic on the face, they gave them human eyes. In the original Predator, they didn't have that type of eyes. Right. They had smaller eyes and stuff, and it was dark around there.
Yeah.
But in this, like, especially he takes his mask off, and they're kind of like giving each other bedroom eyes at the end of the movie and stuff, and it's like, but yeah, there's just bad mistakes.
Fuck.
I will say that Alien vs. Predator is more of a cash grab than Jason vs. Freddy.
Yeah, I
mean, they're both cash grabs.
I had notes written down, and one of them came first, and I can't remember. I think it was Alien vs. Predator.
Which one? Like, take those four characters, okay, from their original movies, okay, and say which one really felt genuine. Which one carried from their original movies? So it would be like Jason would be from like Jason 2, Alien from this is more Aliens, so that would be Alien 2. Freddy, obviously the same.
I can't really weigh in on the whole aspect of this question because I haven't seen Aliens 2, but honestly the one that was the truest to nature to me still seems like Alien. The Alien seemed truest to nature because it's hard to mess that up.
Yeah.
Like
more so than Freddy, you think? I would say Freddy would be the.
I think that that would be my next because I like I said, I'm not 100% sure about the alien thing because I haven't seen it, but to me, my instinct is to say Alien, then Freddy, then Jason, then Predator.
Yeah, because, like, I would definitely go, like, Freddy on this because I like the look and the feel. He's a more brighter. He's still a comic book cartoon kind of Freddy.
Right.
Not, he's the darker Freddy from the New Nightmare style movie. But, where they could have gone darker with him. But they brought the comedy back. I mean, he pretends, has a pinball war with Jason, and it's just like, this is kind of silly. But I would go Freddy. The Alien, they're...
Yeah,
so that's like saying... That's like saying, like, how can you mess up a dog in a movie? Can you mess up a dog? Predators, no, that was not the Predator that I know from Predator 1 and Predator 2.
Right.
That feels like a completely different Predator. And Jason, from the look and the feel, even though he got it down, I think Kane does a little bit different looks,
absolutely.
especially in those last three. So, if we just sit here, do you think that we'll forget that we watched these movies long enough?
No.
This is just like these movies are the equivalent to the Tyrannosaurus Rex from Jurassic Park. Don't move.
It will forget you exist.
Yeah.
I do feel like I was in a different place when I first watched Freddy vs. Jason. Because when it first came out, I was really, really like, fuck yeah, dude. And Seven Dust is on the album, Slipknot's on the album, like, and now I'm just like, oh god, dude. When Charmera started, or whatever that band's name is, I was just like, I used to have this album, and I used to listen to it. And now, I really wish I didn't admit that publicly.
Yeah, no, it's like,
but
you're watching it, just be like, I was a stupid fucking idiot when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
I had a couple of moments like that where it was like, oh man, Freddy versus Jason, finally I get to see like horror movies in the theater, not this stupid stuff that comes out in the theaters now, and and like, yeah, I saw a bunch of horror movies around this time especially, but this, just like looking back on it compared to what started coming out, this was like a masterpiece. Mm-hmm. Especially when we got into the remake era.
Yeah.
And then, like, when that started really, like, folding up, and I was just like, oh, man, I will take 100 Jason versus Freddy's, 1,000,000 Alien versus Predators compared to sitting there watching them just sit there and, like, rate the movies that I like when I was a kid. So,
yeah, basically. Yeah.
But... all right, if you had to pick one, this isn't going to be rocket science or anything, but if you had to pick one, which one would you pick over the other?
You mean out of the two movies?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Freddy vs. Jason?
Freddy vs. Jason, yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. If this was a battle royal, a Royal Rumble, who do you got?
Jason. I like Jason.
It doesn't matter who you like.
Okay. That's who I'm picking. Okay, let's check it out.
That's fine. You can pick Jason.
Okay.
That's totally fine. But
Jason would cut that stupid Predator's hands off. Guess what? Got his boom boom gone. And those aliens would start, like, trying to, like, bite at him. But there's nothing inside Jason. He's Jason. And he just slash him with his machete, and some acid would drip on him and, like, burn half of his body off. But Jason would still be going. He's like, lost my right arm, still got my left. And then Freddy would just be like, I'm Freddy Krueger. And, what did the girl from Destiny's Child? Man, that didn't age well, did it, in this movie?
Oh, Dark Meat?
No, well, definitely that. But she's sitting there calling Freddy the F word.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one thing that I wrote down. I was like, man, she called him the F word.
Yeah.
And then he said, ooh, dark meat.
Yeah.
Back at her. I was like, back to back? Like 2 sentences back to back. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Movies used to be awesome.
Yeah, well...
But, yeah, I mean...
Those here, the comments that Jacob have made, it does not reflect all of our views and opinions. No. But, yeah, I mean...
I don't think that... So, the only thing that I can think is Jason is an unstoppable machine.
Yeah.
He took a severe beating in the... Like, honestly, he should have laid down and died. But... he didn't, so that proves that he's an unstoppable machine.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not even putting Freddy in this because I don't think that he would have lasted, especially if he got pulled into the real world. He wouldn't have lasted 10 minutes.
No, yeah, I mean, it only works in the dream realm, and nobody's going to sleep.
But then again, he did wink at the end of the movie. But anyways, I think that really the only...
That only proves that New Line Cinema made this movie. That's it.
I would have to say Predator, because Predator already beat Alien.
Yeah.
So, well, not really, because the little Predator alien, Pred-Alien, or whatever it is,
Oh, yeah.
that comes in this.
Isn't that funny how they dragged his body onto the ship, and they have those special masks because earlier in the movie he scanned one of those guys and he shot him because he had one in his chest.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, the other guys, they weren't worried about that. It's like, you want my staff and stuff.
I mean, I understand. Like, he's just a dead soldier.
No.
You know, you don't check him for cholera when you bring him back. But so it's got to be Predator. Because, one, Jason could never get close enough because he's got a shoulder cannon. And if Jason did get close enough, dude, Predator versus Jason, that's a good one. Because Predator's got the little ching, like the double claw thing. Like, I could see that one going down. That one would be
If
fun.
it was 3 of them, he would still take out 2.
Right.
And whatnot. And then I hope none of those predators get near a sleeping bag. Because I've seen what happens when you get Jason and a sleeping bag around.
Yeah, dude, he does not like naps.
Oh, man.
It is infuriating for Jason to get
I don't know. This is biased due to the fact that, like, I will always be a Jason fan. Like, you can put all of those characters, like, in a row, unless, like, Ash is there. I'm probably going to pick fucking Jason because I like the Friday franchise way more than anything.
What are your opinions on this?
Yeah.
You tell us.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah.
So, but...
Alright, so that's the wrap up. I got Predator, he's got Jason. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
And let us know what you think of these movies. And
Yeah, what are we doing next, Jacob?
next movie we're going to do is Critters vs. Gremlins.